Hi everyone, my name is Angela from Angela Stitches and welcome back to my channel. So today, I've actually started last night, but I'm working on April's Blue Diamond, and this was one of the mirrors that's been chosen by you in my last video where I show you all of my Mirabilia Wiips. So if you want to go back and see that video, I'll link that video in the description box, but this is what it looks like. And I started stitching last night on our arms here, so just some skin. And I was worried that this was going to be a little difficult to get a lot of progress done because I thought there was a lot of specialty flosses involved, but there's actually a lot of white stitches, which I don't mind doing at all. So I'm going to work on her dress and I want to get both of her arms finished. So that's my goal for this one. And my other project, I still have my Midsummer Night's Fairy on my Q-Snap because I didn't get to work on this at all. So I want to spend a little bit more time along with April's Blue Diamond, this one, before moving on to my second Mirabilia chosen by my viewers, which is Sleeping Beauty. So I think I'm going to start working on this next week, so the last week of March. And I think I'm going to work on this stone pillar on this side because that looks, it's going to be a quick stitch since there's not a lot of color changes there. And also the roses, I want to get to those because even though those roses have a lot of colors and blends and all kinds of stuff, for some reason I find them really fun to stitch. So yeah, so this is a color and cotton fabric in 40 count called Camelot, and these two I hand dyed myself, both 40 counts. So yeah, tonight I think I want to work on this and get her left arm finished. And I'm actually really excited about this one just because of the fabric. So when I add all of the beads and treasures along the modeling year, I'm just really looking forward to that. So I think I showed this in my fabric dyeing video, but what I did to get this pattern was I twisted the fabric where I wanted the modeling to be. So in this case, it was a little above the middle point. And then I tied it with rubber bands so it wouldn't move. And then this orange color was a very diluted black tea. And then the pink was just regular pink earth dye, also very diluted. And then I started with the tea and just went in circles once or twice, same with the pink. And I made sure not to soak the fabric all the way because I wanted the base to be left white. And then half an hour later, I took out the rubber bands and this was the result. I actually want to try this again with blues and greens. I think that's going to look really pretty, but I don't have a project to do that with just yet, so yeah. So I'm going to work on this a little bit tonight and I'll come back tomorrow or in a couple of days to show you my progress. So I was about to start stitching, but then I remembered that I forgot to make an update this morning, so I'm doing it right now. And it's getting really dark, so sorry about the shadows. I'll stand on this side. Yeah, so I got a little bit of the shawl or scarf started here, and I finished stitching her hand, and I was going to start the wand I think she's holding, but I wanted to do that, but it was all beads. So instead, I think I'm gonna move over to this side and get her other arm done, and maybe backstitch her arms too if I can. I have to see if I have that DMC color though, because it wasn't in my floss cards. But yeah, so this is going really well. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to start stitching now, and I'm gonna try to finish her arms tonight. So yeah, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Hi everyone! So I was able to stitch a lot yesterday, so this is what it looks like right now. And I think I have a clip right after I finished stitching her sleeves. So after that I got her arm finished, and then also I started a little bit of the same scarf. And there's not a lot of color changes, but there's a lot of like half stitches and quarter stitches and things like that. So that was a little slow going, but I think I got it all done. And she's also holding like a bouquet of flowers, I think. Let me see. So yeah, so I wanted to get that finished before I move on to my next project, but I have to move the Q-snap just a little bit so that I could get my needle in there a little easier. But I think I'm going to work on Midsummer Night's Fairy for a couple of days before I do that. Oh, and in the picture, this shawl looks pretty gray, like a bluish gray, just like her dress and the wings. But in real life, it's this minty green color. So I was really excited about that because I really like stitching with those colors. So yeah, I think I want to come back to this and get a little bit of her dress stitched and also the bouquet before I put this away. So yeah, but before that, I want to actually work on this a little bit. So I'm just going to work on her dress here. I don't know how interesting that'll be, and I can't find the chart right now. I think it's time to reorganize my Mirabilias again. But yeah, I can't find the chart right now to show you what this looks like, but I think her dress, if I remember correctly, it goes this way. So yeah, I'm going to work on that, and then after I get a little bit of the dress finished, I'm gonna get back to this one. And then after I finish like the bouquet and a little bit of her dress, I'm going to take this off from the Q-snap and start working on Sleeping Beauty on it. So yeah, I guess that's everything for now, so I'll talk to you again later. Hi everyone! So I didn't really get to stitch as much as I wanted to. Not because I didn't have the time, but for some reason I was having a lot of trouble concentrating. I kept getting distracted, but I did find the chart, and I was really off about what I said about her dress going this way, but it goes the other way here. So yeah, I started stitching this section and a little bit here, which was a blend, and yeah, I don't think you can really tell the two colors, but it was a blend, and that's all I did. I wanted to get more of her dress stitched, but I was just having one of those days that I couldn't really concentrate on stitching. But I feel like once I really get going with this, I think this will be a really easy project to work on because it's basically just blocks of stitching without too many color changes. So yeah, I'm going to work on this again, well, until this weekend. But yeah, so that's all the stitching I did, very little, and then I decided to get back to my doily. So I kind of, well, I forgot about this until I found, I found it because I was looking for the chart for Midsummer Night's Fairy, but yeah, so since I couldn't concentrate on stitching, I decided to try crocheting. So I'm working on the one on the cover here, and it's the biggest one and the more elaborate ones, I think, from this book. And I only got one round done. So I think I'm like halfway because I'm about right here. And I thought this would be difficult just because of the size of it, but it's actually pretty similar to the other ones that I worked on so far. So yeah, this is my doily whip. I'm going to work on this again and try to finish it pretty soon because I want to start another one that's in oval shape. And then yesterday, well, I actually just talked about this for my other video, but I hand dyed this 32 count. So I made a whole video of the process, but I don't know yet if this video will go up first or the fabric dyeing video. But if it's up before this video, I'll link it in the description box. But I wanted to try creating a gradient with this. So I did 2/3 with coffee to get this neutral color. And then I mixed teal, red dye, and English breakfast tea together to get this green color. So with this green color, well, just looking at it like this, it looks a little blue, but if I put it against this Midsummer Night's Fairy fabric, it's actually kind of a sea green color, which I really like. So yeah, overall I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I looked it up just now, and there's a lot of videos on how to create a gradient or an ombre. And I didn't do my research before I did this, so if you want like a real tutorial, I recommend you watch one of those videos because it's so much better. So yeah, I think I'm going to end this one here, but my plan is to work on Midsummer Night's Fairy again until end of this week and work on this dress here. And then next week I'm going to work on April's Blue Diamond again and then start Sleeping Beauty. So yeah, and I also just want to quickly mention that my mom actually started a YouTube channel. So I set it up for her because she wanted to do it, and so she's a pianist. I think you might have heard her practice in the background in some of my videos, but she started her own channel and she has a couple of videos up already. They are very short videos, so if you like listening to classical music, right now I think she has couple of Chopin waltzes, and the most recent one is Beethoven, I think. So if you're interested in listening to music, please check out her channel, give her a follow. You don't have to say that you heard about her channel from me, but I think it'll make her really happy She worked really hard for a couple of months trying to record herself playing and practicing every day. I mean, she already practices every day even before she started her own channel because that's what she does. But yeah, check out her channel. I'll have it linked in the description box below, and yeah, I really appreciate it. So I think that's everything for now. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video soon.